Hey, has this ever happened to you guys? The itsy weensy spider went up the water spout. Down kick. No, I'm not going to keep going. All right. What am I talking about? Starting a song on the wrong pitch, and then because you're committed, you just keep going. Or you know something's off, but you can't quite put your finger on it. You're not sure. Am I in the right key? Am I in the same key as the accompaniment? Look, we've all been there, all right? I'm the first to raise my hand and say, they did it. No, look, I get it, all right? So in this video, I'm gonna be talking about and demonstrating some ways that you can start on that perfect note, on the right pitch, on the right melody note, because it's very important, right? Because you're trying to model, well, first of all, you wanna make good music. Secondly, if you're a music teacher, you need to model the music for your students. And thirdly, you need to help them find the right pitch too, because they're wondering, where does the song start? I don't know. So let's look at a few easy ways that you can do that. And you can practice it and become better at doing it. And then maybe you won't need to do any of the things that I'm going to show you to do right now. So one of the things, of course, is play the main chord of the tonality. Let's say we're in C. Of course, while you're introducing or talking or helping people get situated, if you're leading a sing-along, or even if you're just getting ready to play the song yourself, strum or pluck the notes so you get it in your ear. On top of that, if you want to make that a little bit more robust, you could do a little cadence, to just settle on the tonic there and get a clue as to what the tonality is that you're stepping into. Now, we haven't talked about starting the actual melody note. So I'm going to assume that you can find out what the melody note is, right? And when I say that, I mean, does it start on the root? Does it start on the fifth? And we're not talking about note names right now. And I encourage you to not think in terms of note names, even though, let's say, for this purpose, we could say, oh, it starts on C, but that's only because we're in C right now. If we go to A, I can't use that information anymore, right? So I'm going to say, whoa, this song starts on the root or the one, the tonic, whatever you want to call it. Twinkle, twinkle, right? So that information you need to know, and you need to think about it. Now, once you have that information, it's very easy to just pluck a string on your ukulele, and fortunately, if you are in C, which we are a lot of the time, you've got a C in the third string, right? The third string is a C string. So just get it there. You do your sneak it in there, or just make it obvious. Row, row, row your boat, right? So play the first note of the melody, or even the first couple notes. Now, if it starts on the fifth or the five of the scale, the fifth of the scale, which many songs do, you've got the fifth in the key of C, at least, right on the top of your ukulele on the fourth string. Amazing grace, how sweet. Happy birthday to you. All right? So practice the beginnings of the songs. Get that note, do what I just did, and go over the beginning multiple times. All right, once you get into the song, that's fine. But it's like riding a bike. It's the critical moment is the beginning. And then once you're on, as long as you keep up your speed, you should be fine until you need to stop. But we're not talking about that part. So do that. Now, what about songs that start on other notes, Kalani? Well, first of all, we've got two other notes, an E and an A, right? We've got four notes of the scale right here. We can pick out other notes. So if you can just learn your diatonic scale, maybe, just fill in the other three notes of the scale. So you can find any of the notes. And as far as other keys, you'd have to do the same thing. Just find the note. You might want to make a note, no pun intended, on your music, on your song sheet or your sheet music or whatever you're using to remind yourself of the lyrics or the chords, and maybe do something in tab or put the degree of the scale. I would recommend using tab or tab numbers, right, that give you the string and the finger position on the fret. and say that's the starting note. Okay, I'll leave that up to you to figure out and implement that however way you want. But that's all you need to do. So again, things you can do, find the, immerse yourself in the tonality before you start singing, of course. Intellectually know what is the starting note, right? Is it the root? Is it the fifth? A lot of songs are the fifth or the root. That's the most common. And then do a cadence. Hum the note while you're doing that. She'll be coming round the mountain when she comes. All right. And then practice the beginning of the song. Just practice getting into the song over and over and over. Now, when you've got some success with one key, then try it in a different key. And I know sometimes if you've been singing in one key and you move to another key, it can be difficult because you're kind of stuck with that tonic, subdominant, dominant chord structure. But that's why you shift and you try it in another key. But that's kind of level 2, all right? So let me know how these strategies work out for you. I hope they're helpful. I'm somebody that it's taken me a long time to get my relative pitch together, and I still sometimes start songs in bizarre tonal centers, and I don't know why. It happens to the best of us. So if you're interested in ukuleles like this one, go check out parapol.com and look for Parapol Classic Ukuleles by Enya. And if you'd like to learn more from me, and I hope you do, you can go to teacherspayteachers.com and check out the Ukulele Club multimedia resource, which includes a book and audio files, play-along tracks, and lots of videos. Super cool, you guys. Go check it out at teacherspayteachers.com when you're done watching this. May all of your songs begin with the voice of an angel and continue on in that fashion until the end. I hope this is helpful. Thanks for dropping by the Ukulele Club channel. I'm Kalani. I'll see you soon.